All right, Infernal Blessings. We are back with another video. So it's evening time, so the video might be a little dark. I've done these a few times before. I don't think it'll matter. All right, some quick announcements. 2024 yearly forecast readings are happening now until, again, roughly the first week in February. So if you want to book your 2024 yearly forecast reading, you can do that now. In addition to any other type of reading that I offer, a Klapothic demonic reading, a Santa Muerte reading, an Egyptian oracle reading, a shadow work reading, as I said before, which is always great to do, to see, unlock the shadow or the hidden self, point you in the right direction, what you got going on around you at the current moment. It'll bring the awareness of things you need to really work on and focus on. Deity readings to see what spirits, gods, and goddesses, demons walk with you. If you're interested in any of those readings or a spiritual consultation, just shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com, and I will send you the information on how to book a spiritual reading or a consultation, okay? Also, keep in mind, if you are interested in signing up for classes, the way to sign up for the classes that I do offer is to go to the official Primordial Chaos Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, tier 3. That's the tier you want to join. That will give you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, in addition to the group ritual we all do together at the end of the month. And not only when you join, tier 3 is the tier you want to join, you get access to everything in the archive. You don't just get access to the classes from the day you join moving forward. You're talking over 3+ years worth of content. Got classes such as Ancient Egyptian Vampirism class, Sith Dark Side Philosophy and Alchemy class, Shadow Work class, 18 knee deep and counting, Necromancy and Dark Witchcraft class, Klapothic Sorcery, Luciferian Magic and Self-Mastery class, Esoterical Occult Bible Study class, Eastern Left-Hand Path Occult class, and I'm missing more, Norse Left-Hand Path Mythology and Runes class. I know I'm probably leaving a few out. Just trying to run through all of them that I can remember offhand. I mean, these are all the ongoing classes that we have ongoing right now as I speak. They're continuously ongoing with new content being added regularly. I mean, there's enough to keep you busy. That's a word we say back in the day. There's enough to keep you busy, literally, for years. You won't even be able to get to all of it, literally. You won't be able to get to all of it. It'll keep you busy. You're talking over, I don't know how many classes total. You're talking 39 group rituals. That doesn't count the ritual work that we do in the classes. We go in way more depth, but you get the picture. If you're looking to take your path to the next level, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, tier 3. That's the tier you want to join, all right? Fix that camera, a little crooked there, hold on. All right, also don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. You get all this new content in audio, MP3 files now, so you can listen to it hanging around the house, in the gym, exercising, walking in the park, in your car, just hanging around, whatever. All right, so all of it's available on the podcast. Check out the Instagram page, Primordial Chaos 9 on Instagram. That's all one word, Primordial Chaos, 2 words on Facebook. I upload all the new YouTube video content also on the Primordial Chaos Facebook page. Also on December 29th, we have a big end of the year class, 2023 end of the year 2024 prophecy class. I will be doing live brief on the spot readings for those in the room. I will be recapping the 2023 year, and I will be giving you some messages from the spirits and demons, what we can expect for in 24, what we need to do to prepare ourselves to get ready to have a prosperous and successful 2024. All right, so there's a lot going on, and I'll be getting the new 2024 content. We will start our year off with our annual charging rate like we've done the last 3 years, and then we'll get rolling. We get back to work as we get into early next year. All right, you see the title. I think I covered all the announcements. You see the title. When I'm always trying to explain to everybody what are the gods, the goddesses, the demons, the spirits, archetypes, well, I want to make this clear, okay? And I can only say it through this way. They live through you, okay? So I'm going to kind of explain this from a different angle. It's not really different. It's the same that I've always been saying, but I'm trying to take you through a different view of it so you can kind of see what I'm getting at. All right. So let's first start with the ancestors briefly. Okay. When your ancestors transition on, that resurrection of your ancestors is through you. When you transition on, you'll live through somebody in your bloodline. This is why I've been saying over the years, this is why I don't promote ancestral worship. I call it ancestral veneration. All right? Look up the word to venerate something. When you venerate something and worship, it's not the same thing. First of all, you can't worship yourself. That's number one. That's why I don't teach or use that word in my vocabulary anymore after leaving those traditional systems years back. Okay? Your ancestors live through you. Okay? When they transition on, just like when you do physically, you'll live through one of your ancestors. This is why you tap into their energy. This is why sometimes you connect with certain things, you do certain things, you feel certain things, because you're connecting to the power of your ancestors within yourself, your bloodline. And this is, again, why we utilize the concept of ancestral veneration. So when you have an ancestral altar, you are venerating your ancestors. You are acknowledging the greatness within yourself, not outside of yourself. Okay? Very, very clear we understand that. Okay? When you're dealing with the pantheon of gods, goddesses, demons, spirits, and different systems, they live and work through you too. How? What do you mean, Baniti? Are they literal or are they not? Remember, I've always said they're as real as you make them. People don't understand what that statement means. They're as real as you make them. Okay? Not something outside of you. As I said many times before, you don't worship these spirits. You never approach them with an inferior mindset because you'll get swallowed up. You'll self-destruct. You'll put yourself in a position 9 out of 10 times you can't crawl out of. And when you come to these spirits, or these energies as we like to call them, with an inferior mindset, you're playing with fire. Okay? You command the spirits. The spirits work for you. You don't work for them. You've got to learn to start asking, in the sense, I'm not talking about in a disrespectful, fucked up way. And I'm not saying, when I'm saying not in a disrespect, I'm not saying approach it with fear and again, that worship mentality. But you must be firm in your command. I go back to videos over the years, many old videos say you must command the spirits to work for you, the gods and goddesses to work for you on your behalf. When you come with that level of confidence and intelligence, they see what type of individual they're working with, an individual just like them. Because it's what level or how you access that energy in your psyche. If you're going to access it in your psyche from an inferior worship mindset, you're going to be a slave out here like the rest of these people are that are slaves to religions. You're coming from that external worship mindset. We don't worship anything. I keep telling you guys that. I know some motherfuckers still want to because they can't get it out their system. They can't get that slave mentality out their blood, out their mind. It's hard for them to fathom that I am the God and all the gods proceed from within me. Okay? But Baniti, is there an external aspect to this? Remember, they're as real as you make them. How you manifest Lilith, Lucifer, Set, whoever, is how you access it within the psyche of your own mind, how you create it, give it image, give it a likeness. All of that is dependent upon how you have connected it into your psyche. Always keeping in alignment that first hermetic principle of Tahuti. All is mental. Mental is all. The universe is mental. You are creating your universe in the power of your mind. Okay? That's the point. You are creating the universe in the power of your mind. Okay? Or the weakness of your mind. Because if you're a weak-minded individual and you still want to be a follower and a mental slave, and you still want to worship things, and you still want to take instructions and orders from things, people, then no. You're not going to ever understand what this path is truly about. That's not worshiping things, and being in that mindset is not a path of liberation and spiritual sovereignty and freedom. Fuck that. Okay? So the gods, the goddesses, the demons, the spirits, your ancestors, they live through you. Get that in your head. When you're working with the spirits in ritual, you command the spirits according to your will. This is why we say at the end of rituals, what? So it is done. Not so mote it be, so thou shalt it be, and all that bullshit. Because when you're saying those things, how many times have I said over the years, if you use a term to close a ritual out, so mote it be, go look up the word mote. Okay? You're basically saying, so whatever happens, happens. It's beyond my control. And you're negating the entire aspect of the ritual you just did. You're completely destroying the power of the ritual you just carried out when you make a statement like that. When you say, so it is done, affirmatively, you are saying what you just carried out, completed and finished, is 100%. You've stamped it there, and it's going to manifest. It's going to happen because you're saying, so it is done, and you leave it the fuck alone. Okay? You don't go back over, and I tell people, stop over analyzing sometimes. That could be a bad thing when it comes to rituals. Did I do it right? Did I forget something? Oh, I wonder if I should have added that. Again, you're diminishing the power. Oh man, that's awesome. You guys, I wish I could show you guys this Christmas decoration here. I think I might ride around this area one night. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. You know I love the Christmas shit. You gotta see this area over here. It's fucking awesome. But anyway, you diminish the power of your ritual work afterwards when you're over scrutinizing and you're second guessing it and you're running shit through your head. Oh man, there was this little part I wanted to do here. I forgot to do it. Oh man, I forgot. Fuck all that. That doesn't matter. Was your intent in alignment? Were you focused? Did you put your passion and power into the ritual? Just because you forgot one little implement, this or that, is not going to affect the ritual unless you convince yourself in your mind it will. Because that's the power of your mind. That's how your mind works and operates. It's nothing external sabotaging the ritual. It's you. Okay? The gods, the goddesses, the demons, the spirits, the archetype, and your ancestors, they all live through you. You are an embodiment of all of that you are learning about. You're learning about yourself. Everything that you're studying, when you're reading these grimoires, the stories of these spirits and demons, their character types, all of these things is teaching you, about your nature, your personality, why you're the way you are. Did you ever think why sometimes you gravitate towards a spirit or a demon, or you feel out of the blue compelled to work with a certain demon or spirit? Because whatever that demon or spirit represents, there's something going on in your life in connection or relation to that. That's why you're feeling that energy. Okay? This doesn't come from somewhere outside of you. This comes from somewhere within. Okay? This is the shit that I'm talking about. It comes from within. You have to get that through your head. You have to get that understanding. Stop looking for salvation outside of yourself. Stop looking for something or somebody to come and save you, because it's never going to happen. Okay? You must be a go-getter on this path. You must do for self. You must get off your ass and make things happen. Because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. Sorry. That's just the reality. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. And that should be one of the reasons why you are here. Because those other systems were not teaching you like that. They weren't explaining it to you like that. They were teaching you to wait around for some spooky god to crack the sky, or for some cataclysmic miraculous event that's promising pie in the sky later is going to happen, and this, that, and the other, and it puts you in a mindset of servitude and mental slavery. Okay? That's all that shit is. There's nothing else. It's mental slavery. I don't care what anybody says. I stand firm on that. Okay? And it's not to knock. It is what it is. Okay? Once you start to see these eyes that you are looking through, and this eye here that is communicating different levels of consciousness to you and opening your psyche, that's how the gods, goddesses, and demons live through you. Right? You can't receive the messages if the vessel is all fucked up. This is why you do the work. This is why you prepare yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Right? It's why you do ritual work. It's why you meditate. It might be why you fast, do spiritual baths and cleansing, study, research. These are all the things you're doing to awakening the god or the goddess within, and activating the true demonic self, or the personal demon, the true and higher self. Okay? It's always been about you. Don't let nobody fool you. The trick to get you fucked up was to always take you as far away from you as they could. So what better way to create a religion that there's some old man way out there, somewhere in the sky in the heavens, with a long white beard, that godly figure in a white robe and sitting on a throne in the clouds, right? They go all out with the imagery. They take you as far away from yourself, so you never learn about who you truly are. That's done intentionally. Like I said, it's an inward journey outwards, not an outward journey inwards. When you belong to a religion, you are reversing the natural order of things. Religion and dogmas and systems that are like that take you, again, way out there somewhere, as far away from your inner self as it can, and now you're lost. You're lost in the clouds in space somewhere. You're lost in faith and belief. And faith and belief is trusting in things not confirmed or seen. That's what faith and belief is, putting your trust in things not confirmed or seen. You hope it's right. You got, faith that it's correct. That's not the type of faith we operate with on the left-hand path of the occult, as I said in the before. Do we deal with the concept of faith? Yes, our personal faith. We have faith and confidence in that which we have learned, confirmed, and gotten results from in our spiritual and ritual work and research. We have faith in that. Not faith in things not confirmed or seen. We don't have faith in a God that the world can't even agree who he was and what he looked like, or what race and ethnicity he was. Look, it's not about race or racism, but if you believe that there was a physical man, Jesus Christ, that walked the earth, what race was he? Was he walking around like Toucan Sam, a rainbow, multiple colors? I know people want to do that to dumb it down, not to offend anybody. Well, we don't know. He was like kind of Middle Eastern, so let's make him a neutrinoid. He was tannish, white, Indo-Aryan, Arab, Middle Eastern, white, Caucasian looking. Look, I know, look, you can't please it, but the bottom line is this. If you do believe, I'm just talking to those that do believe that Jesus Christ, the literal man, and all the prophets that so-called descend from that biblical line of so-called Israel, the tribe of Judah, this, that, and the other, you would have to come to the agreement on what was the ethnicity or race of Jesus Christ and these individuals. If you believe that, I'm saying. Okay? Me, it's irrelevant. I don't give a fuck. I'm just talking for those stuck in that mindset. Don't paint this bullshit picture we don't know, but then you go put this, picture up that Michelangelo and this picture of this, European man with very long shoulder-length hair, and then you're going to sit there and say, we don't know what race Jesus was, and Jesus loves everybody, and doesn't matter what color you are. God loves everybody. We're all God's children. Sounds beautiful. Kumbaya, my Lord, and all that shit. But that's not what the reality is going on out here. There's a lot of hate out here. There's a lot of racism out here. There's a lot of bigotry out here. Okay? And that's part of the program. They're telling you one thing on the surface, and then when you're out here in the real world, you're seeing something entirely different. What the fuck's going on? So you can't sell that bullshit to people that know what's going on. So that's why what we do with that is we don't deal with that shit. We toss that shit to the curb. That creates more confusion. Okay? Because if you believe that, and you have established this character as a specific ethnicity, and you raise children that are not that ethnicity, at some point, and one day you're going to have to turn to them, and that child's going to say to you, who is that? And you make that statement that that's Jesus, and that Jesus doesn't look anything like that child you said that to, you've now planted that seed of programming in that individual. That child's going to look at that and go, if that's Jesus, aka God, this, that, or the other, and I don't look like it, what does that make me? We don't think of those things, though. Okay? And I'm bringing all that up to say that's why we leave all that nonsense and foolishness alone. Okay? We don't deal with it. Every individual has the right to have, if they deal with a certain religion, spiritual system, or path, every individual has the right to have their gods and goddesses looking like them in their image and their likeness. I don't care what you are, black, white, Latino, Arab, Hindu, whatever you are. Think about it, how we here in America are so confused, but when you go all over the world, you go to China, the gods look like them, Chinese. Anywhere in the Middle East, Japanese, their gods look Japanese. You go over to India, their gods look Hindu and Indian. You go over to certain places in Europe and Africa, their gods. You come over to America, shit, mass confusion over here. Americans, especially, let's say black Americans, want to be everybody else's religion but their own. Why the confusion? So I say all this to say, back to my point, the gods are as real as you make them out to be. It's that simple, people. Get it through your thick skull. The gods and goddesses, the ancestors, the spirits and demons, they live through you. That's how they stay connected to their realm and this realm. By you. See, you think, for those that don't know, you think that this world, this temporary state that you're in right now, that this is it. It's not. I told you, look, you'll get it one day. I know it's not sinking into everybody. I keep telling you, you live in two universes that live, two existences, two worlds that live side by side with each other. And I should say worlds plural. I'm just using the word two. You jump in and out of these existences at all times. You might not have recollection of it. You may not have conscious of it. You come to the realization of it in your ritual. I've come to the realization of many worlds through my ritual work that I wouldn't even have thought years ago even existed. And it's not about I need to prove and validate that to anybody, because I don't. One, neither do I care to. Two, I validated and proved it to the only person I need to, which is me. That's why you don't see me ever going on a mission trying to get people to co-sign on my concepts, ideas, and what I believe, or so-called believe or think is right or wrong. I don't do that shit. Because I learned years ago, a person's got to come to the realization of truth on their own terms. Not because somebody is cramming some level of information down their throat or jamming. No, that's not going to validate it and make it correct at all. Okay? That's the shit you got to really look at. That's the shit that you got to really make a conscious decision and go, look, what's my approach in this? What eyes am I viewing this? And what level of understanding am I getting? And is it off? Because sometimes we don't want to be real with ourselves. Sometimes it's off. You're not there, you're off. It's not connected. Okay? So this is very important that it sinks in, gets into your mindset that they live through you, no one else. Okay? The sooner you understand that, I know it might be hard for some to accept, but the quicker you understand that, the better you'll be able to move and navigate through this path. You will see how things just start to change. Okay? When you remove yourself from that slave mindset, because that's what it is. It's a slave mindset. It's a mindset of servitude. It's a mindset of inferiority. Okay? And it's done intentionally. Don't let them fool you. It's done intentionally. Why? For the purpose of controlling your mind. How many times have I said over the years, if I can control your thoughts, or if the powers that be can control how you think, they can influence how you feel, and they're able to tap into you on that emotional level, because they try to control you through your emotions. And they gauge these behaviors by the reaction that they get out of you. Right? It's called behavior monitoring tools. A lot of these things they put out there, you're not paying attention. It's a behavior monitoring tool. They want to see how you respond to certain things. Okay? And it's all done for a reason. But anyway, without getting too long-winded, I kind of wanted to come on here and do this short tutorial to get you to really stamp in your mind the gods, the goddesses, the demons, the archetypes, and the spirits, and your ancestors live through you. Okay? When you're mentally dead, though, you cut them off. The vessel is corrupt, and they can't manifest through your existence. So you're what they call asleep, or in a state of ignorance. Okay? Because some people just shut it off altogether. That's not good. Okay? And again, when you take that approach, they can't manifest and live through you. You could spiritually disconnect yourself and cut yourself off from that connection. Okay? That's the bottom line. So it all comes again full circle back around to you. Okay? They're as real as you make them to be, and as illegitimate and fake as you made them to be. So somebody that sits there and goes, well, I don't believe in none of that shit. I don't accept any of that shit. I don't even think it's real. Well, then to you, it's not. Because that's as real as you made it. But that's your understanding, your reality, and that's fine. Okay? That's the bigger picture I'm trying to get you to see. All right. Other than that, before I close this video out, again, if you want to book a 2024 yearly forecast reading, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com, or any other reading, or if you want to book a consultation, hit me up on that email, and I'll send you the information on how to do so. Don't forget to check out Primordial Chaos 9 on Instagram, all one word, Primordial Chaos, 2 words on Facebook. Don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, which is available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. All this new YouTube content is uploaded there. It's also uploaded to the Primordial Chaos Facebook page. And don't forget the class on the 29th of December, Friday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The 2023 end of the year 2024 prophecy class, right? I'm going to go in deep in that class, right? If you're on Patreon, you're good to go. You have access to the class. If you're not, you can sign up either individually. That information is on all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and the community section here on YouTube. Or you can join Tier 3 if you don't want to sign up individually. Okay? You just want to sign up to stay consistent in your work and see yourself navigate completely through this journey. Okay? But anyway, long story short, my contact email address, the link to the podcast, the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of that information is in the description box of this video that you're currently watching. And that's how you get at me. All right? That's going to do it for you. Your boy Baniti. I am out. Until the next video, we will talk soon. Infernal blessings.